The Ferrari 458 Italia was a sensation. Now it's time to see if the new boy is any good. First out on the track is the 458 Italia. I love this thing so much that I actually shared my channel name with it. So we'll see if that will stick after we drive the 488 as well. Now we'll do a noise test on it, and I presume it's going to sound a little bit better because it's actually naturally aspirated, so it's going to sound a little bit more authentic. God, it's like honey to your ears. Love it. Anyway, let's get going. A little bit of wheel spin from first. And it just digs in through second, third and fourth. Noise, it's like a screaming bear, man. So good. Spitting flames from that triple exhaust. Now you might notice that the middle one is actually a tad smaller than the two next to it. I love that design feature. Kind of similar to the F40. I like how they hark back to that. Catalonia is a great track for these sorts of cars because it provides a lot of long, high-speed sweepers, a lot of straightaways. It's a perfect place to test out supercars. For the first lap, I'm trying to keep it under control, try and keep it as grippy as possible. But the 458 is kind of notorious for getting its arse out. That's why I like it. Not only does it look gorgeous, but she can get sideways in the flick of a switch. Down into third gear. Into second, maybe. Yep, to the little S section. Oh god! Did I tell you? Tyres want to spin up, man. This is one of my favourite corners on the track. You can just blast through it. But if you do go in there really quickly, you are going down. That's why I like it. It's such a challenge. It's got such a great variety of corners, this track. Can get a lot of drifting going. I mean, you have to fare the throttle with this car. That's what I'm noticing right now. It's just tapping it. That's kind of why we're going to granny pace. And it's not even the most powerful supercar in the world. It's got a 4.5 litre naturally aspirated V8, as I said, 562 horsepower, 398 pounds-feet of torque, 0 to 60, 3 seconds flat, and a top speed of around 202 miles an hour. Pretty impressive. And I think for this corner we'll stick up into fourth so we can put the power all the way down. There we go. That's actually a lot better. Yes! More grip through that one. I like that. Now, when this car first came out, it actually caused one of the biggest stirs for Ferrari in a very long time because the 430 was amazing, right, on the handling front. I mean, I'm not too thingy about the looks. It was basically like an evolution of the 360. But the Scuderia, goddamn, that was great. But it wasn't pretty. I wouldn't describe it as pretty. I would describe it as it's plain Jane nice looking. But when the 458 came out, holy moly, everyone's jaws were dropped. It's like, that is a pretty car. It is beautiful. It's just all the curves and everything, the way the actual lines flow through the car. It's one of the best looking Ferraris of all time, and I'll go as far to say it's one of the best looking supercars of all time. Would you guys agree with that? What other car do you think looks a lot better than this in the supercar market? There is tons out there, like the Lamborghini Huracan. Even the Gallardo back in the day was very nice compared to the 430. Absolutely gorgeous. If you've seen Clarkson's DVD Supercar Showdown, then you've seen the face-off between the Gallardo Spider and the 430 Spider. The Gallardo just dominates it in terms of looks. Oh, I can listen to that all day. Look at the freaking spit of flames on the overrun. Oh man, now you can see why I share my channel name with this car. It's a freaking doozy. It's a doozy, mate. Now we're going around the wrong way. Guys, as I normally do that for the third lap. Let's have a hoonie lap. Here it is. Let's do it. Brake. Kick the handbrake. A little bit of clutch kick as well there. though this is a mid-engine car, you have so much control over it. Oh man, you don't ever get the sense that this thing wants to spin out. It's properly planted, even though the arse is waggling around like a freaking dog's tail. Now the other good thing about this thing being naturally aspirated, that means a smoother power delivery. Whereas the 488, which we're going to be driving in a little second, has twin turbos. So that means it's not immediate power, but this thing, oh, you put the foot down and the power is there for you. It's fantastic. It's just bish bash bosh, gets the job done. You want some power? Just stick your foot down, man. That was so fucking smooth. Woo-wee! The 458 Italia. When this thing dropped back in 2008, it set a new benchmark for design at Ferrari. It's now 2016, so let's see if their new design benchmark captures my heart as much as this. And this is it, the Ferrari 488 GTB. Now I must say, with this design, it is possibly the sexiest supercar I have ever seen. I know that's a big, big, big statement, but for my personal preference, the way this is right now, oh, I would take this thing in terms of looks over the 458 in a heartbeat. That is pretty strange, because I didn't like the way this thing looked at first. I thought it was too rigid and everything, but over time, I've came to respect the looks, and it just looks so much more crisper, a lot more modern to the times than the 458. Just look at that. Oh my god, it's one of them moments, just like when the 458 came out, it just gets under your skin. I've not experienced this, apart from the Jaguar F-Type and the Eagle Speedster, like for a very, very long time when a car is first released. It's one of them special moments that only come along every few years, and this is one of them. Mamma mia, man. I know I have driven this in Drive Club, but I've been waiting for it to come in Forza, because Forza just kind of symbolises Ferrari for me, because they've always had a great, great, great relationship with them. Oh man, it was so good. We can actually open up the rear bit so we can see the engine. Look at that perfection right there. Twin turbo 3.9 litre V8, 661 horsepower, 560 pounds-feet of torque. Oh, all the red and everything. I mean, if I won the lottery, this would be the first car I would buy. Yeah, that is saying something, seriously. Not even a Jaguar F-Type, I would go for this first. That's how much I love it in terms of looks. Now, that little bit right there is pretty interesting. The back slot in the middle actually gets air passed through it. I'll show you in a little second after we get out of this screen. That is perfection. That is supercar perfection right there. I know it might sound like I'm going over the top here, but when you love something so much, you're going to defend it, aren't you? You're going to really, really just break it down. Now, that little slot right there with the Ferrari badges, that passes air through the little slot right here on the back in the middle. And goddamn that S. Kim Kardashian, you ain't got nothing on this. That's where the air goes in through the side, and then it passes through these slots right next to the rear lights, which also look equally as gorgeous. Now, the exhaust system is heavily inspired by the 458 Speciale. At first I was like, it looks okay, but now I really do like what they've done with it. And obviously we get the big diffuser at the rear as well. I love the style of rims. Normally, Turn 10 are quite... they're quite weird in terms of the rims for Ferraris, for example the California, but these ones, top job. Top job. I'm glad these ones come in. They look very nice in gold. God, I love doing this. Seriously, it's like car porn. Oh, every single petrolhead loves this. There we go, 488 GTB badge. Big bucket seats and everything. I love the little bar with the buttons on it. Looks really cool. Now, it does remind me of the 458, obviously. Kind of has similar, like, controls and everything. Everything's on the steering wheel, but I still think is a wee bit of a wrong idea, considering we are turning around a roundabout. It's a bit weird. Let's start it up. doesn't sound as lively as the 458, obviously because it has turbos on it and it kind of compresses the sound, but we need to see what it's going to be like out on the track, because that is where we're going to go right now. Let me hop out of the Ferrari. Oh yes, but overall in terms of design, it's definitely one of the supercar greats. Now you can definitely hear them turbos, especially when I look back there. It kind of reminds me of the 12C, dare I say it, but it still has that Italian flair to it. So anyway, let's get going. Spins a little bit more compared to the 458 through second gear. 458 just kind of goes when it's in second gear. Brake down into the first corner. Okay. Straight away that is a lot more planted. Because the 458 is kind of skittish going through that corner. Still in third gear like we were in that car. But god damn the downforce. Holy crap, it's improved. Now obviously this is down to the brand new design features and aerodynamic tweaks. Like the two bars on the front. Kind of like with the splitter as well, that provides a lot more downforce. It's just really, really cool, and I love the way how the spoiler, as I mentioned, has function to it. I mean, it looks quite plain, it looks quite basic, but considering the fact that the air can actually pass through it, along with the little slots next to the rear lights, it's a really, really cool design. It's clean, but it has a function. Right, let's see if we can get in power into fourth. Brake, 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 brake. Great, great, great corner for testing out like the front diff of cars. See how quickly they turn in. Oh, she's wanting to get squirrely. Oh god. Oh man, it still has that sort of 458 zest to it. Still has the slight zaniness and craziness, but it seems a lot more toned down. Despite it having a lot more power, as I said, 661 horsepower, it seems a lot more serious. It wants to get the job done. Now, I'd have to say that the steering actually feels a little bit heavier as well than the 458. It's a lot more lighter in that car, which I presume is the reason why the arse wants to get out, but yes, you get a lot more feedback from it. It's great. This corner, and boof it. Oh. Yes, 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 yes. This is epic. Absolutely epic. I mean, look at that. That would have spun us out in a 458, but it just keeps going straight and true. I'm beginning to feel like a drift god. Drift god. That's what this car puts you like. Seriously, puts you in that mindset. I'm beginning to feel like a drift god in my Ferrari 488. Oh, even through second gear and the little chicane, it just clings on. Can we manage to slide all the way around this? I think we can. Maybe up to third. Oh man, sorry for making all these strange noises, but that's just the sign when you love a car so much, seriously. It's kind of like retro timing done with the F40 and the 959. I'm actually amazed by this thing, that it hasn't spun out yet. Because if we'd done this in like the McLaren 12C or something, that would be spinning for days. I have tried it before, and you do know when that thing has a limit. Same with the 458, I should say. Although it is quite hard to find a limit with that car. This thing, Jesus Christ, you could do this all day long. Brake. A little bit cleaner through there. This is seriously impressive. Good job, Ferrari, and thank you, Turn 10. Thank you so much for bringing this in. Now, I probably should mention this thing does go from 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, so it's 2 milliseconds faster than the 458, which is done in 3 seconds, and it has a top speed of 205 there or thereabouts, so around about 3 miles an hour faster than its predecessor. Ooh. But the one thing that I still say that the 458 is better on is the noise. It just has that more alive and soulful feel. I'm not saying this sounds bad, not in any way. It sounds incredible in fact, but it just doesn't have that lemony zest to it than the 458. On one final sweeper. That is my foot hard down. Same with this one. Oh, second. Oh yes. Yep. She's a doozy. She's an absolute doozy. Lamborghini Huracan. Watch your back, sonny boy. So that's us driven both cars now, guys. I don't know how the hell I'm going to pick a winner out of these two. They're both fantastic. It's like a little brother and a big brother. Oh god. Let me give you the pros for each car, starting with the 458 Italia. I think it sounds a lot more soulful and a lot more crisper than the 488 thanks to it having a naturally aspirated V8 engine. The throttle response is a lot more sharper too, and obviously the looks are to die for. But that's just about it, because in every single tangible way, the 488 GTB is the better car. It looks sexier, it drives better, it's more powerful, it's just an overall better package and a lot more appealing to the petrol head inside of you. Trust me, this is hard to actually talk about because obviously the 458 has been one of my favourite cars for a few years now, and to talk bad about it is kinda hurting me. I'm not exactly talking bad, but it's the fact that I'm talking about the 488 being better than it, but when it comes down to the truth, then I can't exactly help that, can I? Because it is so much better. It is so much better. As I said, crisper in terms of handling. The steering feels a lot more weighty and you get a lot more response. Oh, I can go on for days about this thing. This car has the exact same effect on me as the 458 did when that first came out. That was a really special moment, and I'm glad there's finally been another one like that. So my winner for this old versus new is quite clearly the brand new 2016 Ferrari 488 GTB. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, guys. I always read them every single night and I always respond, so get typing, and while you're down there, a like is always appreciated, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to see some more Forza Motorsport 6 from me. So yeah, this was one of the most anticipated tests that I've ever done, and it was well worth the wait because I had a hell of a lot of fun recording it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Peace.